The Jewish Story. This week's story from the Holocaust is taken from the book Because God Loves Stories, an anthology of Jewish storytelling, edited by Steve Zeitlin. Going Home to Nowhere, Rosalind Bresnik Perry. In the summer of 1991, when I was 69 years old, I went back to my shtetl, my small town of Wysoki-Luiski, in what is now Belarus. It was something I had looked forward to since as a child of 7 I arrived here in America with my mother in 1929. I arranged for a man named Shlomo Gavrilovich to be my guide. When I was a child, the town of Wysoki had 3,000 people, almost all of them Jews. He was now the only Jew left in the entire area. We parked the car and started to walk around the green, when I asked Shlomo where this unpaved little street led. "To the Lunka," he answered, "the meadow." "This is my street," I said. "My house is a little ways down the road." I started to walk very fast, and there it stood, right where I knew it would be. It looked different now, with its painted window boxes and new fence, but there was no mistaking it was my house. I walked around to the back, and sure enough, there in the corner of the house, behind the kitchen and the bedroom, stood the old crab apple tree I had watched go into bloom so many springs ago. I didn't want to go into the house. I couldn't. I walked further down the road to my grandparents' house, right across from the old synagogue. "You see this old shul?" said Shlomo. "It's the only shul left standing in the shtetl. The Germans used it as a jail. See the bars on the windows?" I look closely, and there among the decaying wooden frames I see the bars. We walked a little further, past my Aunt Goldie's house, which is no longer there. And then I see it, the new synagogue, the one built just before we left for America. I remember how proud everyone was of it. It was so grand and elegant, with its stained glass windows and wonderful candelabra. It had 2 awesome golden lions carved alongside of the altar, where the Torah was kept, guardians of the faith. I stand and look at its destroyed walls. Trees are growing out of its center, surrounded by pieces of wall that refuse to give way. I can't stand it anymore. I can't seem to swallow the lump in my throat. My knees want to buckle. I sit down on a stone, my head swimming. And then I see them, my family, my whole family, dressed in their holiday clothes for Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. So proud, going to the synagogue to pray and to hear my young uncle, Avram Leib, blow the shofar, the ram's horn, for the very first time in that new holy place. I sit on that stone for a long time, just staring as they walk past me into the ruin. Much later, after I finally stopped crying, I saw the meadow, the woods, the sky, the stork nests, and the sunflowers. I had not spoken to a single person in my little town. I could not find a single gravestone in what had been the Jewish cemetery. It was now a government housing project. I had come and gone without finding out anything. The records of the Jews, I was told by the city clerk, had been sent to Kiev, where they were said to have been destroyed in a fire. I couldn't wait to leave this tragic place that had once been my whole world. Please pass on this story.